It's a West versus East contest here in the Windy. City of Chicago, Illinois, as the Bulls play one at home. The Timberwolves looking for a strong start to this road trip.
And this is the first game of a real short road trip for them, so we'll see how their first one goes.
Yeah, being as short a trip as it is, guys, will win tonight, and they can already call the trip a productive one, no matter what happens the rest of the way.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Batum. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Klay Thompson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Zeller in the power forward. Here's Cousins. The turnaround Jay. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
Schroeder with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively.
Well, the defense recognized how dangerous he is out there and got right up on him. Didn't give him any space.
Now the pass to Schroeder. Batum wide open. He fires. Another miss by Minnesota.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Mirotic the screen. And Butler, here we go. Thompson comes with the double team. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Good, and a nice assist from Noah.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Pick by Zeller. And there's the 3-second violation.
Yeah, baby.
Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Rose. Mirotic the screen. Feeds it to Butler. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And stolen by Mirotic. And the rejection by Cousins. Batum passes to Schroeder. Mirotic again. Zeller. Got a piece of it. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside Butler. And a big-time jam right there.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Zeller, a screen on Rose. Cousins against Mirotic. Pick by Zeller. Cousins with the bucket.
And guys, I was a bit worried, but now we all know the rim doesn't have a lid on it.
Yeah, you could actually feel the tightness and tenseness with each miss. I'm actually glad to see they got that first one out of the way. I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
The Bulls shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Can't hit. Nice D from Rose.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Batum with the ball. Now defended by Grant. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges. Outside
Rose. Dishes to Mirotic. Outside Rose. Mirotic the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, no good by Chicago.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
Now here's Butler. He has 7. Back to Mirotic. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Pass to Grant. To the inside. Here's Noah. Good D by Thompson.
And you talk about the Bulls being able to beat anybody in the league. They did. They did that last season. One of only 3 teams to register 1 win against every other team in the league back in 2015.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Rose dishes to Mirotic. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one.
And, you know, getting back to that point about the Bulls beating every team in the league, only the Spurs and Warriors were the other teams to do that. Goes to show just how tough last year's Bulls squad was.
And slam dunk by Butler.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
He's checked in for Cody Zelf. Timberwolves trailed by 8. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
Schroeder. No good on the triple. Brooks with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Clock at 6. Here's Butler. Cannot hit.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And Butler, here we go.
And I tell you what, nobody willing to put a stop to that slam.
Yeah, a break for the defense. That was a case of stand back, watch the show, buckle up.
And I don't blame them. They weren't going to be able to do anything about that one anyway, so discretion, the better part of valor there.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Brooks kicks to Butler. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to Cleveland. Evans outside. McDermott with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Butler. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Allen's checked in. The Bulls leading by 8. Here's Butler. That one a little long.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And Cousins throws it down.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Here's Okafor. No good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. An even 3-on-3 break. And some room here for Batum. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Brooks outside. Three-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And the Bulls lead by 9.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Now here's Cousins. He's got 6. That one goes. Count it.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Is checked in for Jimmy Butler. Timberwolves also changing it up. Alex Len's checked in for Cousins. Anderson comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Cole subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Timberwolves trailed by 7. Anderson with the ball. Now defended by McDermott. Cole, the pass to Anderson. Clock at 6. Here's Len. The shot from the low post is good.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake.
And here's Brooks. There's the pick. There's the dish to McDermott. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. And the Bulls lead by 7.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Allen. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Anderson's shot is off.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Cole's shot is good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Stolen by Anderson. And Cole kicks to Allen. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. There's 42 seconds left in the first. Now here's Brooks to the paint. It's tipped. Evans with the steal. Cole dishes to Evans. Over to the wing. Cole's shot is good. Cole's got 5 now. Chicago's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Brooks outside. McDermott. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bulls out front. They're up by 1. From the United Center in Chicago. Now we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
Wow, that was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball, and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right. On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Jeremy Evans is out there with Alex Len. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Norris Cole. And it's Allen in a shooting guard. And it's Cole missing.
And, you know, even though the Wolves have been out of the playoffs so long, you get the sense it won't be too much longer. They've got a really nice core to build around, and I think could be special, especially Andrew Wiggins.
Evans outside. Passes it to Cole. They get it again. The kick out to Anderson. Okafor with the steal. To the middle. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Cole. He's got 8.
And as you mentioned, the Wolves could be back in the playoffs in due time. They are headed in the right direction. Some mistakes have been made along the way, but you have to like their future now. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Timberwolves trail by 3. To the wing right side. Lets it go from 11. Len's shot is off.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Rose goes in. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Pass to Stauskas. Anderson against Mirotic. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Anderson kicks to Cole. Allen inside the three-point line. And the shot falls short this time.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Rose goes in. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Rose has got the lead up to 9 now for the Bulls. Here's Cole. 8 points for him. Len kicks to Allen. And Anderson has it in the corner. Glenn, a screen. Clock at 4. Evans passes to Cole. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Rose dishes to Okafor. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, the 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
Some changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah's checked in for Okafor. Grant comes in for Doug McDermott. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Nick Stauskas. Screen by Cousins. Schroeder kicks to Cousins. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game.
You know, looking back to Rose's MVP award, his stats were on another planet that year. He was only the 3rd player to record 2,000 points and 600 assists in a single season since 1973. The other 2, LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Top of the key, Noah. Outside Rose. Butler on the wing. Shoots from the baseline. Rebound, Minnesota.
You know, in talking about D. Rose, I don't think the individual awards mean much to him. He's about trying to help his team win championships. And that's the kind of mindset he has to continue to display.
Mirotic, the screen. Shot from the wing. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Batum with the ball. Now guarded by Mirotic. And stolen by Butler. And stolen by Zeller. Batum for 3. Another miss by Batum. Chicago leading by 6. Rose kicks to Mirotic. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 5 assists tonight.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Schroeder passes to Cousins. Here's Zeller. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Chicago was as strong as they would have hoped for last season at home in the United Center. A lot of big wins for them here.
Yeah, and despite all the injuries, they go 27-14 at home, and that helped to assure them of home court in the first round of the playoffs.
Chicago calls timeout.
You know, you look back on the Bulls' record last year with 27 home wins. That's pretty solid. Same exact total as they had the year before. They haven't gone below 500 at home since 2008.
Chicago making some changes. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant, and Nate Robinson is subbed in for Rose. Here's the screen. Here's Mirotic. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And a big part of why the Bulls are tough at home is this crowd. I mean, sold out every game last season. Led the league in total attendance for 6 straight seasons, averaging over 21,000 fans per game.
Now Robinson. Butler in the corner. And he gets the bucket. Butler's got 13. Timberwolves trail by 6. Schroeder kicks to Batum. Inside. Cousins dishes to Batum. And Butler sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Minnesota's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. And stolen by Mirotic. The Bulls leading by 6. Butler with the ball. And Batum picks him up defensively. McDermott, no one around him. Noah kicks to McDermott. He dishes it to Mirotic. Outside Butler. Mirotic sets the screen for Butler. He feeds it to McDermott. 5 to shoot. Butler attacking. That doesn't go either for Butler.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Batum. The Bulls have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. Robinson kicks it to Noah. Butler from outside. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. 16 points for Butler.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Schroeder kicks to Cousins. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Brooks outside. Foy, the pass to Noah. Over in the corner, Foy. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Timberwolves trail by 4. Schroeder with the ball. Guarded now by Aaron Brooks. A shot by Batum, no good.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
He's covered by Zeller. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Schroeder with the ball. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Cousins dishes to Schroeder. 5 to shoot. Leans. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Cousins. 1:32 left to play here in the half.
You know, when you look at DeMarcus Cousins, he's clearly one of the more talented and also one of the most emotional players in the game. He's also one of the most teed up.
And here's Anderson for 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Brooks kicks to Butler. Minnesota with the rebound. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game. Thompson for the triple. And that one's good. Thompson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Chicago calls timeout.
DeMarcus Cousins can really be unstoppable at times on offense. He's shown star qualities ever since he stepped into the NBA, but it wasn't until last season that he was voted to the All-Star game.
So for the Bulls, Okafor comes in for Joakim Noah, and Nick Stauskas is subbed in for Butler. Minnesota also making some changes. Lang's checked in for Cousins. McGarry comes in for Zoe. And it's Norris Cole in for Dennis Schroeder. And back to Cousins last year. He was the first Sacramento King to appear in an All-Star game, which is hard to believe in over a decade. That is a long stretch, a long drought.
I'll tell you what, no question he's been doing a lot of heavy lifting here early in his career. But I tell you what, you surround him with some sick talent, and I can see rings in this young man's future. And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hold it.
And I'm guessing that's exactly what they're probably going to do here.
The Bulls shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And Foy hits both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Cole. Brooks covering. Cole, the pass to Thompson. Fades and shoots. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the 3rd.
How about the game for Butler? He's got 16 points and 2 steals. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
In part, he's made a huge impact at both ends of the floor.
Here we go now, the start of the 3rd quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at Jimmy Butler, he's really been playing well.
I'll tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
An explosive display it was, fellas. They might have to get the backup rim ready if he keeps attacking the hoop like he did before the break.
Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Mirotic out there with Grant. And it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Cole. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Cole's got the first points to start out the 3rd quarter for the Timberwolves. Rose kicks to Grant. Down low. Here's Noah. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Cole dishes the land. And the powerful one-handed slam. Mark, 3rd quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
And Mitch McGarry is going to pick up the foul.
Mitch McGarry. That's his 2nd personal foul.
Over a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of action. And it's Rose penetrating. While they're passing to Mirotic. A 3-pointer is right on target. Mirotic has got 14.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the three.
Grant, right side. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Kicks it to Noah. And he goes in for the dunk.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he fixed the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Here's Len. Chicago grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And a lot of teams in the West can at least get a little bit of a breather when they go against the Eastern teams. The Wolves didn't have that last year. They got pummeled by the entire conference.
They set the pick. And Cole kicks to Len. To halt the run. McGarry, no luck.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And Cole kicks to Thompson. And Butler sends it back. Thompson dishes to Cole. Thompson passes to Anderson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. McDermott's checked in for Chicago. The Bulls leading by 8. And here's Rose. He's got 8. Mirotic up top. There's a screen. Here's Butler. Again, Chicago.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Minnesota calls timeout. Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy. Not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Okafor comes in for Joakim Noah. And Nate Robinson is subbed in for Derrick Rose.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that dish.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed. And back to Mirotic last season. Per 36 minutes, he averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds. He was also a tremendous foul shooter for a rookie big and made the all-rookie first team, was second in Rookie of the Year voting. I mean, what more could you ask for?
And again, it's the Bulls from deep. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Bulls.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
And, you know, for Mirotic, his value extends to the defensive end as well. He did a surprisingly good job of racking up blocks and steals last season. You have to believe that if he improves his power and consistency, an all-star nod isn't so far off. You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
McGarry kicks to Thompson. Allen outside. 6 to shoot. McGarry dishes to Allen. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line.
That's his second personal.
It's on Emeka Okafor.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
Puts it up from 12, and it's Cole missing.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
You know, guys, one of the things that is always going to keep you competitive against the West is a good defense. It's one reason why the Bulls tend to be a tougher matchup for teams from the West, because they do D up.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Bulls had a good year against the West last season. 17 up, 13 down against the Western Conference.
And how about playing 500 or better against every division in the Western Conference? So impressive to think they did so well given how many games some of their starting players missed.
Nick Stauskas is checked in for the Bulls. Brooks comes in for Robinson. And then for Minnesota, Cousins comes in for Alex Len. And it's Zeller in for McGarry. And they'll keep possession. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
You know, and for Cody Zeller, after that promising rookie campaign, he just did not tear it up in year 2. In fact, his production only improved slightly. But that was mostly due to the increase in playing time. Talented guy, no doubt, just still trying to find his way in the league.
Minnesota calls timeout.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Here's Cole. He's got 11. Pick by Zeller. Jumper off the screen. Rebound by the Bulls. And for Cody Zeller, Greg, there's a reason he was the 4th overall pick back in 2013. He showed the size and athleticism to be a difference maker in college. And Clark, now he has to do it at the pro level as well, and I think people are pretty confident he can.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with those folks myself, because he does have the tools. It's now a matter of transition. Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
McDermott with the steal. Brooks outside. Now the feed to McDermott. He kicks it to Brooks. Offensive rebound. There's the pass to McDermott. From deep three-point range. Can't get it to go. And Minnesota now the other way. The drive by Allen. Right wing. They need this one. Here's Cousins. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul.
You know, Kevin, you can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
And Cole kicks to Allen. On the wing, Thompson. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
I tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Now here's McDermott. He's got 7. 5 on the clock. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
A very good half for them from the field. They've got their shooting percentage up over 50%.
Yeah, their offense heating up, and anytime you shoot it this well, you're going to give yourself a chance to get the W.
Randy Foye, he's checked in for the Bulls. And Cole kicks to Thompson. Allen outside. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
And Brooks, here we go. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Okafor. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. A young team trying to find their place in the league can have it tough on the road, Clark, and the 2015 Timberwolves typified that sentiment.
In spades, 7-34 on the road last season. Dead last in the West as they won only 3 road games against the rest of the conference.
The Bulls making a switch here. Stauskas is checked in.
And with the Wolves on the road, they shot threes better and had better offense. They would still lose by double digits on average.
Zeller inside. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Brooks with no one around. And again, Chicago, no good. Timberwolves trail by 16.
And, you know, guys, for the Wolves on the road last year, it was hard because they are in the West. I mean, we've talked before about how far they have to travel as a team for their road games.
.50 left to play here in the third. Out to the right wing. Three-pointer. That's good from McDermott on the assist by Brooks. That's 10 points for Doug McDermott.
A wide-open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
No good from Cousins. The Bulls leading by 17. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Thompson comes with the double team. And Chicago has possession. Feeds it to McDermott. Knocks it loose. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Cole's shot is good.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, and for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they've generated the highest quality shots.
Well, through 3 quarters. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Now the Bulls with it. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. So on the floor for Minnesota, Zeller is out there with Tony Allen. Then there's Ian Clark. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. It's deflected and stolen by Mirotic. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Kings. Now Schroeder. Nobody near Allen.
Tony Allen.
And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Allen's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Timberwolves. Rose. And he dunks it down.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Shot's good by Butler.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Cousins, no one around him. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
9 feet out. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Cousins has got 20 points.
He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint.
Double team on Rose. Mirotic the screen. And it's Butler missing.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Allen, that's good.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Outside Rose. Dishes it to Mirotic. To the inside. The kick outside to Butler. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. Noah's got 3 assists in the game. Screen by Cousins. It's hauled in by Noah. Noah's got his 3rd rebound on the night. The Bulls leading by 18. And it's Rose penetrating. Soft touch off the glass.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Allen right side. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Noah.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Outside Butler. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's his 4th personal foul.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want, but then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts and the energy of a mountain lion.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Len's checked in. And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor.
Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Mirotic. Here's Clark.
And one thing that I know a lot of fans are worried about is NBA jerseys with ads on them. It's something the NBA has explored more in depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league.
Rose with the ball. To the right side. Lets it go. No good off the back of the rim. And with the ads on the jerseys, it isn't something that would sit well with the fans probably, but around the globe, almost every other league in the world has ads on their jerseys.
You know, the NBA has shown that they're willing to try new things with jerseys, much like they've looked at other issues. It started with the sleeve jerseys, and advertisements is just another area they're exploring.
Timberwolves trail by 19. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That'll be his second foul of the game. Anderson, he's checked in for Tony Allen.
Kyle Anderson.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Mitch McGary's checked in for Zeller. And it's Norris Cole in for Dennis Schroeder. Anderson passes to Cole. Lanigan, Noah. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
That's his second personal foul.
What a season for Alex Len last year. Came in looking to find a spot for the team, and he made huge jumps in his game.
And I think it correlated with his minutes going up as well. I mean, played a lot more minutes, and he's a very complete big guy. With the added minutes, the production has gone up as expected.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And a change for the Timberwolves. Thompson's checked in. Now the dish to Stauskas. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to McDermott. Lets it go with a 3. And again, Chicago. No good. And Anderson slams it in.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
Chicago ball.
And for Kyle Anderson, he had so many traits, Greg, the Spurs were looking for when they drafted him back in 2014, but he spent pretty much the entire season on the pine.
Yeah, and you know that Coach Pop makes his guys earn their minutes. You know, he doesn't care if he took you in the first round or if you're an undrafted free agent. He's going to play the guy who helps his team win.
The drive by Brooks. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Len with a screen on Brooks. Cole dishes to Len.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Brooks outside. The shot misses. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
You know, talking about Kyle Anderson, he's a bit of a polarizing prospect, has a multifaceted skill set. I mean, excellent court vision, outstanding length, doesn't have elite athleticism, absolutely needs to get stronger, but he's got a lot of game.
Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Assist from
Anderson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Brooks outside. Pass to McDermott. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And guys, getting back to Kyle Anderson, not a fit for every system, I mean, he's a guy who needs the ball in his hands to be effective, and he's much more of a facilitator than a finisher at this stage. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And, Kevin, that's a little taste of what can happen when the big guy takes it up strong.
Well, I guess he does have it in him, then, to get up off the ground when he needs to and rock it to the rim.
Yeah, you know, guys, he's never going to elevate that high, but he compensates and makes up for it with his height.
And last season, really a tale of two halves for the Wolves. When Ricky Rubio returned from injury, they just looked so much more in sync as a team.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Well, the Wolves improved just very slightly last year in terms of wins, Clark. The quality of play on the floor, though, was visible.
Yeah, and, you know, the team's point differential was a lot better with Rubio in the lineup. They did have some big wins over quality teams, and Rubio's impact was certainly noticeable.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Brooks kicks to Butler. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Stolen by Noah. It's tipped. Here's McGarry, covered by Mirotic. Over in the corner, Cole. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Brooks. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly, eventually pulled it together, and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
Outside Butler. Clock at 6. And it's Brooks in the corner. And Mirotic kicks to Grant. He dishes it to Butler. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. They shoot again. Back to Noah. Brooks outside. Over to the wing. And Mirotic kicks to Brooks. Back to Mirotic. Shoots over Batum. No good off the front iron.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Brooks, the pass to Noah. He feeds it to Butler. Kicks to Brooks. Takes a shot at the elbow. Again, the miss by Brooks.
Bulls foul called. Aaron Brooks. That's his 3rd personal foul. At the line.
And that one misses.
Mitch McGarry. Taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.